How's it going? You know when you get to that time of night, sort of peace and quiet descends on the neighbourhood. Although in saying that, children have gone to bed, but there's still one shouting. It's my youngest, he's an animal. It's that time of the day when you can just, sit back, have a coffee. And in this case, I'm going to have one of these. Do you remember these? Duplo. I thought I'll come outside with my coffee and my little bit of chocolate and enjoy the peace and quiet. And I thought I would do one of these. Now, ordinarily, the world calls these vlogs. And I hate that term, so I'm not calling it that. It's a social documentary. That's what it is. A Soc-Doc, if you will. So this will be my first one. My first Soc-Doc, because I'm not calling them vlogs anymore. This will be in 3 parts. One, just a quick catch up, because I haven't done a piece to camera like this. 2, a review of something. Well, a small thing, but I'd give it a try. And 3, cover off on something that's really irked me of late. So, a standard Mikey video, really. Anyway, catch up. First things first. I haven't done one of these videos for a while because, well, I've been working, which is great. I got approached by a company who are looking for editors, and well, basically it was a full-time position, so I couldn't not say yes. And I've been doing that for the last few weeks. It's been difficult though, because normally I'm not working at home, and working at home, my wife's working at home, and I've got the kids at home because they're not at school, so that has proved interesting. So my wife's been getting up at like 6 in the morning to do her shift, and then I'd start late in the afternoon and then do a late shift. That way we can kind of tag in and out with the kids and their needs. So yeah, I've been really busy over the last few weeks trying to get my head around systems, other people's editing methods and all that kind of stuff, and I've not really had time to do anything else. On the back of that, you'll have seen a couple of videos come out that were all kind of community based, superhero based. For the duration of the lockdown, there has been for the duration of the lockdown, there was a lad who's local here, who was dressing up as Spider-Man basically, and just running around the local estates to, wave at the children in the window and, spread a bit of joy. But he grew arms and legs, so then each little sort of suburb or division of the town had their own hero. So we had a Spider-Man, we had a Batman, a Captain Marvel, a Buzz Lightyear, Mrs. Incredible, and loads of them. The end game for it all was, though, that the guy that started doing it first, Dave, he started raising money for the local special needs school that his son attends, and he kind of got everybody involved. So everybody started putting money in, and they've raised over $6,000 now, just for running around and waving at folk dressed as a superhero. And the videos that I did here where I live, there were supposed to be, or it's coming up actually, as of recording of this video, but this Saturday coming, a gala day, where everybody gets into the town and dresses up and comes down the high street and all that kind of stuff. But that can't happen because of the lockdown. So the videos I shot was all the guys getting together, and they were piped down through the street. The piper led them all down to the park and shoot some video, which I did. So that was the 2 videos that kind of get posted up back to back. And sometimes I don't like throwing videos up on my channel without any explanation, but here is the explanation now. And lastly, I am gearing up to go to work this weekend. In terms of, I'm actually going away. I am leaving the nest. I am leaving the lockdown. I'm actually crossing over the border into England. I'm heading to North Yorkshire to do a job. I'm doing some shooting and some aerial work for a client who I suppose I've been subbed out. The work has been subbed out to me. There's a guy who owns a media company in England who's hired me, and someone else you may know, Rachel. If you don't know Rachel, her channel's here. She does interesting content. She does amazing content, in fact. She's actually, yeah, you watch her, she's very Moorish. You should watch her videos. Anyway, I'll see her at the weekend. She's doing some photography for us as well. So that'll be quite cool. Yeah, but it's just an opportunity to get out. The thing that irked me, right, now, there's no way I could do this without actually name dropping, so I'm going to have to do some name dropping here. But it's, bear with me on this one. Now, Peter McKinnon dropped a video a couple of days back, one of these filmmaker reacts. Now, it's not so much that Peter McKinnon irks me. Let's just get that, you know. I mean, yeah, he's one of those that he can do things that bothers me, but yeah, I still watch his content and that, you know. It was that particular, well, it's probably that series of videos, because it's not the first one he's done. Filmmaker reacts. And then he reacts to something that a filmmaker would make. So my problem with it is that if you're a filmmaker and you react shocked to something that another filmmaker has done, surely you can't really call yourself a filmmaker. I mean, that's a very ambiguous statement there. I agree with that. That there are filmmakers, you know, who don't know how to do certain things. I'm a director, but then I'm not Christopher Nolan, and I don't know how to do some of the things that he does. So I could react to one of his films and be surprised, but then that's on a different level. The videos that Peter was reacting to were kind of like almost other content creators. So theoretically, he should be able to replicate and do any of those things. When I said I was irked by it, I mean, it's a marginal thing. But then that's the whole thing about this Soc-Doc or social documentary. I'm merely posing the question. Because if it was me and I was going to do a filmmaker react, well, I'm a filmmaker, but I would probably react to something that I don't do. Like surgical process. I've never done heart surgery before. I'm probably never likely to either. But if I was to watch that, then that would be a reaction. Because I feel it would be a genuine reaction, as opposed to watching what somebody does with a camera. I mean, I could go, oh, that was cool, or hey, that was pretty sweet. I wonder how you did that. It's not really an exciting reaction, is it? Anyway, let me know what you think. I feel as if there's a lot of people doing reactions to things, but they're reacting to things that they should probably know how to do, ergo it's not a reaction anymore, it's really just, well, it kind of makes you sound like you don't know what you're talking about. So you should probably react to something that you don't know how to do, is what I'm saying. Right, lastly, this one's for AJ at the Ingaff down in Devon. Now, there was a discussion about me doing reviews. Jury's still out on that one. However, do you own a Joby GorillaPod? Probably. Most people do. A lot of people have them. They were made famous by the vloggers of the Casey Neistat and downward scale. Yeah, I've got one. The camera's on one right now. I bought the cheap one first. You know, the one that's not made by Joby, the one that's made by somebody else. It's black and white and the legs fall off and you break your camera. Yeah, that one. Well, I bought the Joby one and legs fall off this one as well, but I haven't broke my camera. And then I bought another one, which is the one I'm using just now, and where the legs and everything are fine, it was the ball head that buggered. But not so much the ball head, but you know the little V-shaped clip that it goes into? Well, it stopped catching and then when I tried to fix it, it snapped into a million pieces, and then I couldn't put the camera in and it wouldn't stay fixed anymore, it would just fall out. So then I went on this journey into the interweb to try and find a replacement, and lo and behold, Joby makes sure the price point is right in that point between, well, there's no point me buying an extra, you know, part for it. I may as well just buying a whole bloody thing again, because the whole ball head section is almost just as expensive as the GorillaPod itself. But then what's the point in having a new GorillaPod and then one with, well, nothing? I couldn't just buy the little V section, and if you can, then I couldn't find it, and believe me, I looked. Doesn't matter now though, because the whole thing that it sat into, it was that stopped working, not the little V section. It's just the not the male section, the female section, if that's still appropriate to say that. Then I was left with, well, I didn't have any tripod, a small mini tripod to use all this kind of set up, and I needed to find a solution to it. So when I couldn't buy what I wanted, I went online and I found this. I found the Zedio tripod mini ball head. It weighs 108 grams. It can take a 3 kilogram load, so fine for my G85 or my GH5, depending on what I'm using. It's got a ball head, so I've got fully articulating movement on it, so I can still talk at an arm's length with the camera. And I paid $12.99 for that. I don't know what that is in dollars, you work it out. I've now got my own Frankenstein tripod, because it seems to be the bit that everybody complains about with Joby GorillaPods is the bit that's managed to last the pace for me, and it's the head section that totally broke, and it just seems like such an odd thing to break. So yeah, I'm very happy with this. But then for the purposes of AJ, Joby's aftermarket care is shit. Zedio, I've managed to fill a gap in the market. Mikey pleased. Thank you. This is not sponsored. So that's it. That's pretty much my rant for today. You've all been caught up about what I was doing, why I've not been around, what's been going on, what's been bothering me, and my thoughts on a brand tripod head I've never heard of before. If you've heard of them, then maybe you could let me know your thoughts on the matter. I will give it a thorough road test, but I'd imagine at the moment I'm quite happy because it's doing the job that Joby couldn't. So anyway, also I've crossed my 500 subscribers mark. Thank you very much. If you were one of those new ones, welcome to the party. There is content coming out. I'm obviously trying to fit it in amongst work just now, which is quite interesting. But then if you've been on this channel for a while, you know that me trying to do work and this kind of work never really works too well. I always run into problems there, but it's part of the adventure, isn't it? Yeah. So anyway, I will bid you all farewell just now. I will see you all in the next video, and thanks very much for making it this far. Speak to you in the next one.